Ukraine says it has scored a historic first in the war with Russia, striking a Russian submarine. Kyiv claims underwater drones hit the submarine while it was docked at the Black Sea port of Novorossiysk, causing what it calls critical damage. The submarine was reportedly armed with Kalibr cruise missiles, and Ukraine says its drones have also struck a Russian oil platform in the Caspian Sea for the third time in a week. From submarines to oil rigs, Ukraine appears to be expanding the war at sea. A stunning claim from Kyiv and a potential turning point at sea. Ukraine says it has carried out a historic strike in its war with Russia, claiming its forces have hit a Russian submarine for the first time since the invasion began. According to Ukraine's security service, the attack unfolded deep inside the Russian-controlled Black Sea port of Novorossiysk, a location long considered beyond Kyiv's reach. Ukrainian officials say underwater attack drones, known as Subsea Baby, slipped into the harbor and blew up a docked Russian submarine, inflicting what they describe as critical damage. The submarine, Kyiv claims, was armed with Kalibr cruise missiles, weapons repeatedly used in strikes on Ukrainian cities. Russia has not responded to the allegation. If confirmed, the strike would mark a dramatic escalation, not just hitting Russian ships, but taking out a submarine beneath the surface, inside a fortified port. The claim comes as Ukraine intensifies its naval campaign, even as Russian forces continue regular missile and drone attacks on Odesa. Tensions across the Black Sea are rising fast. 2 Turkish cargo ships have been hit in recent days, incidents Ukraine says were aimed at Russian targets. Ankara is now warning of dangerous escalation, urging all sides to halt attacks on ports and energy infrastructure. And the pressure is spreading beyond the Black Sea. A Ukrainian security source tells Reuters that long-range drones have struck a Russian oil production platform in the Caspian Sea for the third time in a week. The target? The Korchagin oil rig, where production has now been reportedly halted. From submerged submarines to strategic energy assets, Ukraine appears to be pushing the battlefield far beyond the front lines, expanding the war into new domains, new depths, and new risks.
130 drones destroyed in one night by Russian forces. Drones storm over Russia as war and talks collide. From air defenses to diplomacy, war on all fronts. The skies over Russia lit up overnight as one of the largest Ukrainian drone barrages in recent weeks unfolded across the country. Russia's defense ministry says 130 Ukrainian drones were intercepted and destroyed overnight between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. Moscow time across 11 regions and the Caspian Sea. According to the ministry, air defenses shot down 38 drones over Astrakhan, 25 each over Bronsk and the Moscow region, including 15 heading toward the capital, 8 each over Belgorod, Rostov, and Kaluga, 6 over Tula, 4 in Kalmykia, 3 each in Kursk and Oryol, and 1 drone each over Ryazan and the Caspian Sea. The wave didn't stop there. Between 7 and 8 a.m., Russia says another 16 Ukrainian drones were shot down over Kaluga, Bronsk, Tambov, and the Moscow region. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin confirmed additional attacks, saying 3 more drones targeting the capital were intercepted, with emergency crews responding to falling debris. Sobyanin later said a total of 15 drones had been downed near Moscow since nightfall, calling the response swift and effective. Russia insists the strikes are retaliation. Moscow says that in response to Ukrainian attacks on civilian infrastructure, Russian forces are launching high-precision air, sea, and land-based strikes, targeting only military facilities and Ukraine's defense industrial enterprises. Earlier, Russian strikes hit key Ukrainian logistics hubs, including ports in Odesa and Chornomorsk. Ukrainian officials and a shipowner confirmed damage to 3 Turkish-owned vessels, including one carrying food supplies. Even as the fighting intensifies, diplomacy is moving forward. The first round of talks on a 20-point peace plan to end the war concluded Sunday at the German Chancellery in Berlin. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of U.S. President Donald Trump. The closed-door meeting lasted more than 5 hours, held under tight security. According to Witkoff, discussions covered the peace framework, economic agendas, and next steps. Witkoff later said a lot of progress was made and confirmed the sides would meet again Monday morning. Zelensky is also expected to continue talks as German Chancellor Friedrich Merz prepares to host a dinner with European leaders, along with NATO and EU chiefs. On the other hand, EU talks on using Russian assets for Ukraine are getting increasingly difficult, according to the bloc's foreign policy chief, Kaja Kallas.
This is really a very important week for financing questions. We have different options on the table, and they will be discussed in the leaders meeting on Thursday. What President Costa said, we will not leave the meeting before we get the result, before we get the decision on the funding for Ukraine. The most credible option is the reparations loan, and this is what we are working on. We are not there yet, and it is increasingly difficult, but we're doing the work. We still have some days.
As drones fall from the sky and diplomats work behind closed doors, the war grinds on, with military escalation and peace efforts unfolding side by side. Earlier, Russia's defense ministry said its forces have repelled an attempt by the Ukrainian armed forces to break through to the northern outskirts of Krasnoarmysk in eastern Ukraine. According to Moscow, Russian troops launched the assault from the village of Shevchenko using motorcycle-mounted assault units supported by tanks. Russian forces say they are continuing clearance operations in the nearby villages of Svetloya and Grishino. In Dmitrov, Moscow claims its troops are eliminating Ukrainian units in the Vostochny and Zapadny residential districts.